Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 8 of Christie's 30 days of sketches and Scraptember. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. So those of you that have followed me for a while will know that I own a little business called Dotty About Flair. And whilst I'm not going to be actively promoting it on my YouTube, there will be time to time when I do something for Dotty About Flair. Just adjust the camera. So today is one of those. So I'm combining today's sketch with a challenge over in Dotty About Flair. We have a monochromatic madness event going on all month long in Dotty About Flair. And this week it's all about orange. So the event is inspired by gemstones. So we've got carnelian for the first one. So that is orange, and we have some exclusive flair and then an example layout. So I've been through my stash and pulled out a ton of orange things. You can see I've got all sorts of stickers here. You can use black and white as well. I've got different stickers. These are the flair that I will be using. And I've pulled out some enamel dots that have got orange in them. Some stickers, some mixed media stickers and thickers and more stickers and ephemera and all sorts of goodies. A lot of it is from Amy Tan and Hip Kit Club. And then I've got all sorts of paper. So this is what I will be using today. Today's sketch is this one by Laura Alberts via Taking a Scenic Route, I think. So we've got all these strips down here. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different patterns. I'll probably end up using more. I may even do a different one for each one. I'm not sure what background I'm using yet, but we'll come to that. I may end up using a white background, matting it on an orange sheet, and then doing lots of splatters on this side. We'll have 2 photos. Now this is perfect sketch for the monochromatic challenge, I thought, because the challenge is to create a layout using only orange with black or white, black and white. But as a little twist to the challenge, we've also said that each one has 3 prompts. You have to use at least one, but you could use all 3. And the prompts to go with orange are thread, dimension, and 2 clusters. So I'm going to use some thread. I'm not sure how yet, possibly under the flare. I'll have dimension because all of these strips will be distressed and I'll layer things up. And then there's 2 clear clusters for embellishments here. So that is where I'm at the moment. I'm not sure what we're going to scrap yet. I'll go and check that out. I'm going to go off, mat a 12 by 12 onto an orange piece, cut out all these strips and get those down. Then we'll come back and get our photos and embellishing done. So of course I have scooted off ahead without coming back to film with you. So sorry about that. So where we're at the moment, that's not stuck down and neither is that. I have got this stuck down, not that. I've got these strips here, they're all quite dimensional. I've torn them and ripped them. I've put 2 eyelets in here and threaded a load of this embroidery floss through it in orange. This was a wood veneer which I first sprayed orange. Wasn't keen on it, but it's given it a really nice finish on the side. So I've just gone over it in ink with black. I've matted my photos on white and then black. I have popped a sticker there, and that sticker is from, if you can bear with me one moment, that is from this Happy Planner layered boxes. So it's got all sorts of lovely bits and bobs. So now I am just going to layer a few things. So let's remind ourselves this is the sketch. I've stuck pretty close to it. I've even got two 3x4 photos. I've brought this bit out here. I've put my title there. I'm probably not going to journal. I need to add a word for my title. So we're just going to put some embellishments here and see where we go. Okay. So initially I did think I have still got all these stickers. I did think of this hip kit title, alpha, but then I also thought of this simple stories one, which I think we're going to go for. So I want to spell arcade. So let's get the E. So it will then say Arcade Adventure. Let's pop that down. There we go. A. Don't know about you, but when I'm spelling a title backwards, I have to double check I'm spelling correctly. So I've just chopped a bit of that A off just to make sure it fits there. Then we've got this. And the R and another A. Arcade Adventure. Which may sound a bit daft, but let's roll with it. So that again is using the Simple Stories colour vibe in orange. That's from the August Hip Kit Club. Now, I obviously want to get Flare in because it is also for Dossier About Flare's monochromatic challenge. And I know I want to get this really bright orange flare in. And I did think about it up here, there. I'm going to put favourite there to give it a bit of a subtitle. And it might sound a bit odd, but I'm going to go with favourite good vibes. There. Then we've got a little camera here, which we'll just layer there. So I'm just going to put a couple of sort of titles, I think. So we've got photo op, and I do want to get this together in. So I'm going to pop that on the photo there. I'm going to layer, this is from a Hip Kit sticker sheet. I'm going to layer that there. And on top of that, let's put that. And by there as well, why not layer in a flare? So let's move this out a bit. Stick that up there. So I'm going to move that. I'm actually going to stick that under there, I think. So we have that there. I have covered the ear a little. No, I'm not happy with that. We'll find somewhere else. We'll pop that flare there, I think. And, excuse me, this wasn't my best idea because it's sticking to everything. I did take a couple of tiny heart puffies, which I'm just going to layer here. Well, not layer, scatter. I'm going to pop that there. And I'm mixing shapes. I've got hearts and crosses and circles and all sorts. And we're going to put an arrow on top of that flare. Now with some of these other flare, I did think of just layering some in and amongst the paper layers. So we've got the squiggles one, which was actually in the September release. Then we've got this one. A lot of these are exclusive for the mono challenge, so if you want the chance of winning them, you don't have to purchase or anything. Just come along and join in the fun. Then I want to get a few of them in. I don't want to I say I don't want to overload it. I think we all know that this is me we're talking about, so overloading is likely. So I've got a little geotag sticker there. I'm probably not going to use all of these stickers. Some of them have ripped. My bad. So let's get rid of the ripped ones. There we go. I do want to get this star in. So I've not used any of them, but that's okay. I wasn't going to use everything. All that. I'm just going to have a quick look at what we've got here. I've pulled a few other bits and bobs out, as well as these Bella Boulevard. So let's have a look what we've got, and I will be back to finish it off with you. So let's see where we're at now. We have pretty much finished. It's turned out to be very more is more. It's not going to be everybody's style. Totally respect that. This is the sketch. This is what we've ended up with. We've stuck quite true to it for me. We've got all the paper strips and the photos and the title. I've just spread out the embellishments across everywhere basically. I did mean to say on the background I splattered with this Distress spray stain in dried marigold. Just in case that's something you wanted to know. Thanks so much for joining me for day 8, and I will see you back here for day 9 tomorrow. Thanks everybody.